We finally have the Cinebench scores for the new M4 Mac Mini and MacBook Pro, and as expected, the M4 looks very capable. If you're looking to buy a laptop, getting the new MacBook Pro is a no-brainer. But if you're like me, holding out for a new desktop, as tempting as the Mac Mini might be, you should probably wait for the new Mac Studio, expected to come out sometime in 2025. You'll get more performance for the same price, at least when it comes to the baseline model of Mac Studio. Let's talk about it. It goes without saying that the Mac Mini is a very capable computer, and for many, even the base M4 version is good enough. If you're doing graphic design work, you can go with the baseline model and just add a little bit more memory and storage. This setup can quickly push you past the $1,000 mark, but if you're willing to sacrifice a bit on the internal storage, you can still get a decent setup for $1,000. It does get tight on RAM and storage, but if you're willing to work with one application at a time, it's manageable. But what if you want a better setup because you're also working on more demanding tasks like 3D work, photogrammetry, After Effects, etc.? The Mac Mini can still handle this type of work. For that, you can upgrade to the M4 Pro, which is a lot beefier than the base M4 chip. You can spec the machine with up to 64GB of memory and even 8TB of storage. That's impressive, but this is where Apple's pricing gets out of hand. Upgrading to 64GB of memory and just 2TB of storage adds $1,200 to the price. That's beyond excessive. It's a shame that Apple went with this pricing strategy because the M4 Pro itself is an incredible chip. As you can see in Cinebench, the M4 Pro Mac Mini with 20 GPU cores is as fast as the 76-core M2 Ultra Mac Studio. And going even further, the M4 Max in the latest MacBook Pro is twice as fast as the fully spec'd out M2 Mac Studio. That's how huge the performance jump is from one generation to the next. For reference, at the very bottom of the graph, you can see how my iMac Pro compares to the M series lineup. Basically, the baseline M4 chip is as fast as my 10-core iMac Pro with a Vega 64 GPU. For $600, you get a super capable machine that cost me nearly $8,000 7 years ago. This is the kind of progress I love to see. But with Apple's pricing, once you move beyond the Mac Mini's baseline option, things just stop making sense. You can quickly configure a Mac Mini to cost as much as a Mac Studio. Let's test that out. I'll configure the Mac Mini with the specs I'd like to have. We're going with the higher spec M4 Pro, 64GB of memory, and a 2TB SSD because caches for C4D, ZBrush, and Substance can accumulate hundreds of gigabytes in a matter of weeks. And of course, we're adding 10GB Ethernet for fast connection to external storage. The total for this setup is $2,899. Now, let's do the same with a Mac Studio. While it hasn't been updated to the M4 lineup, the new M4 Mac Studio is expected to launch at the same price point as the current models. So for $100 more, we'll be able to get similar storage and memory specs, but with a far more powerful M4 Max chip. Remember, the M4 Max in MacBook Pro is twice as fast as Mac Mini's M4 Pro. So from a financial point of view, the Mac Mini doesn't make any sense. You're looking at lower performance for the same price and potentially worse thermals under heavy rendering. I don't have a Mac Mini to test it out, but I would expect it to be much noisier than Mac Studio when rendering. Any way you look at it, waiting a few months for the M4 Mac Studio seems like the better choice. If you absolutely need a new machine right now, one approach could be to get a lower spec Mac Mini for now and then upgrade to the Mac Studio when it comes out. But once again, you'll be spending a lot more money than just waiting a few months to get the better spec computer. Even if you go for a lower spec Mac Mini, you'll still spend around $1,200, which is money that could go towards a much more powerful Mac Studio, the M4 Ultra. And with that chip, you'll get triple or even quadruple the performance of the Mac Mini. To me, that sounds much more appealing. So my plan for now is to just wait for the new Mac Studio. I'd love to have a new computer right now, but looking at the numbers, it doesn't feel like a good investment. Now, let's talk about the M4 Max and M4 Ultra. Which chip should you go for? For the longest time, I was set on getting the M4 Ultra, but now I'm having second thoughts. The M4 Ultra will be incredible and it will bring NVIDIA levels of performance to the Mac, but we're still early in the M series development, so we're likely to keep seeing massive performance jumps year after year. So paying top dollar now for a setup that could be available in lower spec models in a year or two just doesn't feel right, at least for me. So maybe a better strategy is to go for mid-range machines that you upgrade more frequently instead of investing in a high-spec, expensive machine that you'll be stuck with many years down the road. I'm still not exactly sure what I'll decide. What I do know is that I'll wait for the M4 Max Studio and then figure out what chip to go with. The M4 Max is already 4.5 times faster than my current setup, so whichever I choose will be a huge upgrade, either 4.5 times or 9 times faster. I'll be more than happy with either one of them. So that's where my head's at right now. Let me know in the comments below what you guys plan to do. I love hearing about the different strategies out there. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.